chatting then and calling myself fat. I'm fine with it. It's, trust me, I don't know about that, but... Hello, you lovely people of the internet, and welcome to another day of me being seriously messed up. And today is seriously messed up as a Tuesday. No, it's not a Tuesday, is it? What day is it? It's a Wednesday. It's a Wednesday, and I met up with my girlfriend for a coffee this morning, and then I went up to Mutley Plain and had another coffee, and then I went to see my doctor. And it's good seeing my doctor. I was able to talk about some stuff that I don't know whether I needed to talk about it or not, but I talked about it anyway. And then, and my doctor is going to try to help me get onto the weight loss injection things a little bit faster if he possibly can, which he may or may not be able to do, because he sees it as something that would make a massive difference to my life right now. And he's not wrong. If I think about it, a lot of the problems I have come from fleas. I haven't got fleas. Whatever they tell you about it, I do not have fleas. A lot of the problems that I have do stem from this, the sense of self that I have, and it's part of it, you know. It's part of, because I am really struggling with my weight, but I'm struggling with how I see myself. I think I have talked about it before. I used to be really, really body positive about me being fat, and I mean, I still am. I still am like that. But my internal monologue, for want of a better word, is much more critical of myself now than it has been for quite some time, and that makes it difficult. I mean, I've always had this thing, right? I've always been fat. I'm much more overweight now. I'm like obese now at this point. When I was younger, I wasn't. When I was younger, I was about 13 stone. I should have been maybe 10. But if it had been 10 stone, I would have looked really, really thin. So I think 11 or 12 stone would have been okay for me. So it was only a stone, maybe a stone and a half overweight. People relentlessly bullied me over that. And it was not that much, you know. When I look at photos of me from that time, I had a neck. You know, I mean, now it's like I've got the camera on an angle, but I've got a load of fat around my neck now and around my face. I didn't have that. I had a bit of a double chin, but I didn't have all this fat. And I was nowhere near as fat as people were making out. And people were, I mean, it was horrible, you know. Some people, I know they never meant it. They were my mates, and it's banter, you know, how you'd have with your mates. And some people are tougher than others. And the people, I guess, from my point of view, my little tiny point of view, is that I didn't want to be bullied in that way by people who I, for want of a better word, loved. They were my friends. They were the people who were closest to me. And I suppose, yeah, I did love me friends. It's a weird thing to say. As a grown-ass adult now, and as a trans woman, I can really say it. But as like younger me, presenting as a male, I couldn't have said I loved me mates, but I did. I cared very, very deeply about them. It's like they were my best friends. They were the people I respected. They were people I looked up to. You know, and I do think that thing was mutual. It wasn't like me having them on pedestals. And we all had respect of some sort for each other. And I know that they did for me in some way. It was that, like, they could name call between themselves, and they didn't seem to be hurt by it. Maybe apart from one of them being called Bendy Bus. Maybe he didn't like that. The name calling was like, it hurt me at a level that I didn't realise at the time. You know, it's only unpacking all this stuff as an adult, the damage that was done. And I let my best mate call me ugly. He called everyone ugly. It's not like I was specifically targeted. I felt it. Being called ugly by someone I had a lot of respect for. This is a guy we all referred to as God because he lived on the top floor of a block of flats. We called him God. Even my mum called him God. All the things regarding me weight from a child right through as an adult has always affected me. And it would be nice to be free from that, you know. I've tried. I've done various weight loss things. I remember losing, before my daughter was born, it was around the time when the Atkins diet was quite popular. And I don't know how much weight I completely lost, but it was maybe 6, 7, 8 stone maybe, which is a lot of weight to lose. And I went from being someone fairly inactive to someone who'd ride a bike for a few miles every day, uphill as well. I wasn't worried about riding a bike uphill because it started getting me cardiovascular back because I'd been exercising a lot. And I was becoming healthy. But it's so easy to slide back into those things, and that's exactly what I did. I slid back into unhealthy eating and went from being 15 stone back up to 18 stone. Then I seemed to settle at 20 stone for a little bit. I'd go back down to 18 stone and back up to 20 stone and back down to 18 stone. At one point, I would have been about 22, 23 stone when I moved to Plymouth. Got down to 18 stone. I could wear clothes, I could easily find clothes that fit me. It was kind of, I mean, actually, no, I couldn't. I still couldn't find really nice clothes that fit me. But I could afford to buy, you know, I could get things that would fit me, that weren't so expensive as like what I have to do now. It's really difficult, you know. I mean, now all I can get is dungarees. I've been online last night and there's a pair of dungarees, the perfect size for me because they're way too big and I like way too big. Perfect size for me. And they're 20 quid. And I was going to buy them. I was just going to do like, stuff it, like I'll just buy myself another pair of dungarees because what's wrong with having another pair of dungarees? I would think to myself, there's lots of things wrong with having another pair of dungarees. Don't listen to anyone telling you the difference. It's not right. And I thought, yeah, I'll do that, you know. But I'm glad I didn't. Because I bought a coffee for me and my girlfriend this morning. Bought myself a coffee in Starbucks up on Motley Plain. I bought me and the wedge some drinks, some smoothies or something like that, and some yellow sticker thingies from Marks and Spencer's. And I didn't have enough to buy what I was going to buy, so I had to put some stuff back, which was really disappointing. But that was it. So like the money that I had, I wouldn't have been able to do it. I mightn't have even been able to get the bus if I bought the dungarees. So I'm glad I didn't buy the dungarees. But I might well buy the dungarees tomorrow if I can still get them. Because they were like, the measurements of them is massive. They're like they're bigger than my big pair that I've got. And the big pair are huge. So I love baggy clothes. And it's one of the things that being fat, having baggy clothes is like really, it's not something that's easy to get hold of. So I'll have this other pair of dungarees anyway. And I've been thinking about another thing actually. This is to me website. Actually, there's a couple of things. It's just reminded me. The first thing, a member of something like it's not anti-AI, but anti-generative artwork. AI things on Facebook. I'm part of a group there. Somebody has offered to do some of my graphical work for my channel for free. But because I work at such a tight you know, because I do a video every day, and I've got these deadlines that I just have to do it. I can't have a thing where waiting on somebody else to do something because I don't know what I'm going to do until I'm doing it. But what I'm quite prepared to do is promote them and any other people. I mean, I literally have no reach with this channel. I'm not thinking like that. But if it's just one person comes across their work, sees their name, goes and has a look at their work, and thinks, I could do with that. Like that's the perfect picture I need for me wall or something, whatever. You know, I mean, I don't know what artwork they do, and I don't know what artwork people like. But it's one of those things. If they got one, then that would be a big bonus for us both. You know, it's like I've connected someone to something, and somebody's got paid. I don't care about money. I mean, I say that. I mean, I do care about money, but I don't care about it enough, you know? It's like I've said about like monetising this. If I could ever monetise it, that would be great. But I would only use the money to pay me bills. And if I got too much money, it would then probably be like buying things off other artists or supporting other artists because that's what I love doing. Alan the artist, right? I've told you about him. If I could afford to buy some of his art, I absolutely would, because I love it. I think if he doesn't get himself really, really famous, which he doesn't care about, I think. If he doesn't get famous, he's going to be like Picasso, not with the ear thing. He'll be dead because we're all dead. We'll all be dead at some point. But it's like the people haven't noticed him now, and he'll have carked it, and people go, bloody hell, he was a genius the way he did whatever it was that he did. You know what I mean? Because I don't know what a genius would look like if it fell over. Apart from, I think he is a genius, by the way. And I think that like he'll be one of the people like Van Gogh. I can't do it. I'm not from Holland. Van Gogh. Right, so him anyway, that fella. I think that he will be one of those people to be discovered, and there'll be things in Plymouth, like, you know, or the Plymothian Master, you know, and like there'll be artworks and like, you know, some of it is like paintings that are on little bits of street of Stonehouse and other bits of wherever they are in the world, and like the paintings that he's done. And there's going to be like, I can say it like, they'll be preserved for all time as like, you know, they'll build like, because all the Stonehouse will be, what's the word? For God's sake, I can't think of the word now. Why can't I think of the word? You know, when the rich people come and buy everything, when they buy all the buildings and the gentrified, that's the bastards, thank you. And so the whole place will be gentrified. There'll be Pretz all over the place, and there'll be this one little bit of wall that survived, and people will come and worship at it, and there'll be people like doing studies of his artwork, and people getting degrees and doctorates in studying the great master Alan himself. And of course now for Jono, I'm going off on a tangent here now, but Jono, if they find his work, that will be the amazing thing, because the thing that makes Jono even better than everybody else, he makes the most amazing, wonderful art pieces of artwork. Looks at, and it will be absolutely stunning. And he'll go, nah, it's not good enough, and throw it away. And he's made the art. This is the important thing. He'll make the art and then chuck it because it's not good enough. Beautiful. It's beautiful. As a conceptual artist, I love that. That's about the best thing you can do. I mean, the best thing you can do, right? I think it was Miles Davis who said, like, about music, it's not the notes you play, it's the notes you don't play. What if you apply that to art? All the drawings that you don't do, they're the good ones. It's like, I love that. That idea just fills my head with that's exactly what it fills my head with. You can see it now. Anyway, so artwork-wise, so I've talked about that. The other thing that I was thinking about my channel was I was looking at the animation software Moho. Now, Moho Pro, Moho Pro, Moho 14 Pro, Moho 14 Pro. I'm going to stop it now. I will stop it. I'm going to say it again. Moho 14 Pro, or Moho Pro 14, however you say it. It's £300 piece of software. Cannot afford it. Not even a little bit. But I've seen a website selling version 12.5, so it's like it's out of date. But somebody's selling it for £21. And I'm like, you know what? I could buy that. I mean, I hope it's legit, because £21's a lot of money for me. I could buy that. And then the little face that I have for chat SMU, the mouth could move when it's talking. Things like that really amuse me. I know it's extra work, but that's what I love. The extra work, the layers of ridiculousness that take up more time than literally just typing, AI, make this piece of shit for me, and it'll just do it. I mean, it won't do it exactly as I want it, and I can't draw it exactly as I want it. And it takes twice as long for me to do it because I'm a crap artist. But that's the thing that I love about it. In the same way as like Jono makes his art and throws it away, and Alan has got stacks, probably up to his ceiling, of artworks that he's done and he's got nothing to do with them. And he's probably considering getting some storage so he can start storing them somewhere because he's starting to get too many of them. And, you know, that I love that. Because you've got to create, as a creative person, you've got to create. I say it in like, otherwise I'll go mad. That is, it's a trope, it's a meme, it's not the full picture, but it is true to some extent. If I don't do something creative, I'm only half living. Well, a quarter living, because I'm already on a half life as it is. And the jazz police are back. I'm not even playing any jazz. I think that's a good place to end it all, actually. I mean, I don't mean literally. It's like it's. I think this is a good place. I've said more than I thought I would say to start with in the first place. And those, hither and thither. I've got creme de la creme tonight as well. So that's why I'm doing this early. You don't know that I'm doing it early, but I'm doing it early for this very reason. So I think this is a good enough place to stop, because if I haven't said it now, I'm never going to say it today. That is all I've got for you. Thank you for putting up with me, and I'll see you tomorrow. Love yous. Bye. Did I say loves yous? You know what I mean.